This video is part 1 of a 3-part series on attention training. This is a particularly useful set of skills if we tend to get caught up in worry or rumination, or stuck in unpleasant emotions. Part 1 focuses on explaining the rationale behind training our attention. Each of the videos in this series can be watched alone, or ideally, watched together to provide a more comprehensive overview of attention training. This video series can also be watched together with that explaining the vicious cycle of worry and explaining worry postponement videos.
So Amber, last week we talked about the uncontrollability pedal on the worry flower, and we went through the postponement strategy that you've had a go at for your homework. Today I wanted to move on to the second petal, which is our attention. That often can have quite a huge impact on how we respond to our thinking. I'm just wondering, when you notice that you're worrying and ruminating, where's your attention on?
I guess things that I've done wrong in the past, or kind of what's going to happen tomorrow, or something that I'm worrying about.
Yeah, okay, so it sounds like your attention is really focused on the things that you're worried about, whether it be kind of thinking about things that might happen in the future or kind of playing back past events and ruminating about that. Yeah, okay. And do you notice any consequences that come with your attention getting caught up in things in the past or in the future?
I guess I'm not very productive.
Yeah. Can you say more about that?
I'm like if I'm trying to study or something, but I'm too busy thinking about that last exam that I didn't do very well in, then not much gets done that day.
Yeah, okay. So I'm hearing that it can really affect your concentration and that you struggle to then be productive and focus on the tasks that you need to do. Yeah. Any other things that are impacted when your attention is stuck in worry or rumination?
I don't feel very good. I feel pretty anxious.
Yeah, it can certainly bring more attention to what's happening within us. We can get quite stuck in our thoughts or stuck in the emotions or physical sensations that we experience. Yeah. How do you think then you would go if, when you were worrying or ruminating, you could kind of catch when your mind drifted away and then gently bring it back to the present moment or to the task at hand? How would that be for you if you could do that?
That would be really good.
Yeah. What do you think you would kind of benefit from if you were able to do that?
I guess I just would have more control over what I'm able to do that day. I wouldn't be so stressed and caught up in what's already happened, because I know it's not that helpful, the stuff that's already happened. I can't change. I think I would just get a lot more done. Yeah. So I can hear that part of you recognises that the worry and rumination is not a helpful process, and that if you could bring your attention back to the present moment more often, that you would be able to feel more productive, concentrate more, and engage with your kind of daily tasks more effectively. Am I hearing that right? Yeah? Okay. Well, I guess the first thing to acknowledge is it's very normal for our minds to wander. That's what the human mind does. It is busy planning for the future and kind of thinking back on past situations. And so our mind is going to wander from time to time. And I guess the way we like to think about it is our attention is a bit like a muscle. And that at the moment, because we've been worrying and ruminating for a long time, that muscle's quite weak. So it will wander off to various places, and for much of the time we're not aware that that's happening. And when we do become aware, it can be quite tricky to try and catch it and then bring it back to what we're focusing on at the moment. Does that kind of make sense so far? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess thinking about our attention like the muscle then, we can sort of work on getting it to work out and getting that muscle to strengthen. And that's where attention training can come in, that we can do a various range of exercises that help us to strengthen that attention muscle so that we notice when our attention has wandered off and are more able to bring it back to the task at hand. How does that sound to you? Is that something you might be interested in kind of finding out more about?
Yeah, for sure. I think I don't even think about that, but yeah, I also don't notice when my attention is gone, and so sometimes I'm just caught in my brain and don't even realise it.
Yeah, so this is exactly why attention training can be really helpful. And I'm going to be introducing 2 types of attention training. So the first one is something that we call mundane task focusing. And I'll explain what that involves in a bit. And the second one is mindfulness meditation. So in today's session, I'll be introducing these two strategies and we can set up some practice together so that you can have a go at both of these between the sessions. Does that sound okay with you?
Yep.
Yeah.